What's up, guys? We're gonna go live here very shortly, so stay tuned. Ariel's he's gonna request to join, and then I will start. All right, I'm letting him in right now, and then we'll get started.
What's up, boss?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Uh,
That's
we
nice.
we actually I'm up here in New York, in Syracuse, New York, and we've uh, we've gotten about 7-8 inches of snow in the last day and a half. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
But hopefully, I think by the end of the week, it's supposed to warm up. I mean, we're almost to April here, and generally, I mean, the
Uh,
weather's a little better, and at least we're starting to warm up and get some rain. So that's good. Have you
yeah,
guys
it is.
started? Have you started playing games yet?
Yeah, we already played. We're already 11 games in. We're 8-3.
Yeah. So up here, like there's the high school schedules start in like a week or two because of the weather. So yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been watching some games and stuff out in California. Some people I know, and yeah, they're like halfway through the season already.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you doing this and coming on live with me and taking some time and answering some questions. I'm sure people like to see it, and so I'm gonna get right into the questions I got for you.
All right.
Um, let's see here. Tell me a little bit about yourself and like where you're from and what you like doing right now.
No, I'm Ariel Antigua. I'm from originally from Jersey, and then from Jersey at 5, we moved down here to Florida in 2011, and then I've been in Palm Beach, Lake Worth, Florida for the remainder of my life right now.
And you like it in Florida?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's actually pretty nice. But the weather is bipolar, so it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that everywhere. But I mean, obviously, you're not getting snow down there. But
Yeah.
have you been back up to New Jersey at all recently, or
The
not?
last no, the last time I've been there was like 2014, so it's been a couple of years.
Okay, yeah, I think
Yeah.
when I first connected with your dad, I'm not sure you guys might have still been up in New Jersey at the time, but it was maybe right in between transitioning when you moved. Um,
Probably.
but I'm not 100% sure. You were pretty young.
Yeah, I was really young.
um,
Right.
how long have you been playing baseball for?
15 years since I was two.
Since you were, yeah.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, I connected, I believe, with your dad and maybe your mom via, I think, Instagram, probably in like 2013, 2014. When I don't know, I just maybe it saw the YouTube of you on Jimmy Kimmel, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I think I made a couple shirts for it for you,
Yeah.
your family, and sent them down. Um, but yeah, it's been cool to continue to follow you and see where you're at right now.
Yeah. It has been crazy because I actually still have that shirt you gave me.
The blue one,
The blue one with the red
yeah,
logo.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild. Um, what team or teams do you play for right now?
So this summer I'm playing for Resmondo Baseball, and then I'm playing with East Club Astros also in the summer.
Is that your team right now that you're playing with, or
Yeah.
um, and how's your team doing right now?
Our team is pretty good. It's
Yeah,
actually we're not bad. We just gotta, lock in the summer and win some tournaments.
Now, are there some other really good teams or some other good players in your area right now?
In my area, yeah, there's always Florida's filled with a lot of talent, a lot of
Yeah.
players from my area. So
Who's a couple like top pitchers that that you faced maybe in the last year or right now?
like from my area,
Hmm.
my area. Uh, well, this was like probably he got drafted this past year with the Phillies. Andy Painter. He's up to like 100, 101 right now. But last year he was like 99, 98, 100.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, he was good.
I know you've done that the youth prospects guy. I've never really met him. I've chatted with them or maybe a few times on Instagram. Have they come down to Florida? Have you met them?
I actually have a video on Instagram that I had 2 home runs in one game, and he was there. But in the future, we're looking to do like a day in the life, or like where he comes to my high school and like records our team and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it's crazy because I've been following his account for a while, and is it what's the guy's name? I don't even know his name.
Let me see.
But is it just
Um,
him, or does he have a couple people that are working with him, or I
it's
don't.
really just him. His name is Ryan.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've never even seen his face. I've only chatted with him, and but I think I remember following the page, and he had a big page. You know, him and the prospect dugout.
Yeah, he
But
has a lot of followers.
and I remember he was just really posting a lot of prospects and different videos. And then I think, I mean, he really took it to another level when Corona hit because he started
Yeah,
traveling and like going to fields and meeting up with like just players and doing like videos. And then you can really tell his kind of style of video. You could just see like the color. It just, it's like prospect. It's the youth prospect videos. It's pretty cool.
yeah, the great quality videos.
Yeah, and I think that's what, they want to kind of push, and that's where they stand out. So, but I mean, I think is he up in like from New Jersey or in that
Yeah,
area?
he's around Jersey. Yeah,
Because I mean, I remember seeing because there's been a lot of like prospects that he's like that Chase Petty and some different guys, and it's crazy how many prospects are up from that area that are doing pretty well. But I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of good players throughout, but it's cool to see like New Jersey having some decent players, and that what Nazir Millet or whatever his name is.
yeah, no, yeah.
Have you ever faced him or played with him?
I've never faced him. I played with him. He's played for my team, and I've always watched him pitch. And
Yeah, it's crazy. He was always like kind of a beast, and
yeah,
just I mean, you could just tell like, wow, this guy's throwing hard and just he plays hard. It's pretty cool. But
yeah.
what's it like playing baseball in Florida for you?
It's a really competitive. You'll hardly really face anybody that's like pretty bad, but usually it's more like it's really competitive. So you have like I'm really like right now in my high school, we always get their number one guy. We never get anybody less than their best. So like even the worst, like say we play a bad team, their best pitcher will throw against us because we built up a name over the years because 2016 and 17 we won back-to-back state championships. So after that, and we have like a really diverse team, like a lot of kids from overseas and like Bahamas and Curacao, stuff like that. So like a lot of schools don't like that, so they get mad and like, oh, why can't we have that? But I mean, can't do nothing about it.
How long have you been playing? How long have you been playing on like the school team or varsity team?
Since I was seventh grade.
Really?
Yeah, seventh grade.
That's crazy, man. I mean, that you don't see how like normally like even up around here, most seventh graders are just starting like school sports, so they'll play like modified or freshmen if they're decent. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules are. I mean, it could change, depending, but clearly you were good enough to play in seventh grade. Did you start in seventh grade or did you at
Yeah,
least,
I did. I played third and I played second.
what was
Cause I
that
was,
what was that like for you being, so young, with all these, older guys?
it was like at first, first game you probably I was nervous, obviously. I'm in seventh grade, I was like what, 13 maybe. 13 playing with kids
Yeah.
that are already developed and stuff like that. So I was like first game was nervous and then after that like I just started, playing at what and knowing what I can do, so it really helped. So it wasn't
Yeah.
really a
That's cool, man.
struggle.
I didn't know that you but um that's awesome to hear. And I guess the next question I have for you is, what do you enjoy most about having slash designing your own logo that I've made for you over the years? What's intrigued you about that?
I like it because it's like unique because not a lot of people have it, especially where I'm from. And a lot of kids are like they rather rock what's popping and like they see like all these clothing brands like Nike. I guess you could say Nike or Adidas. They have like their own logo or everything, but when you have a shirt that's made like with you and you have your face on that shirt, it's just different. But nobody really has it.
Yeah, now I know up here and with college, the whole name image likeness thing, the NIL. I know with college they just started like recently this year allowing, college athletes to profit off their likeness and make money, which they couldn't do, prior to last year. Now, has anyone done anything like that at the high school level that you've seen?
Well, the only thing is in Florida or like basically like a lot of country or not a lot of country, a lot of states is like if you're say you're in an academy like IMG, they're not sanctioned with like Florida high school rules. So the players from there can make money off their image and likeness because they're not sanctioned with the Florida high school. Say if I were to do that, I'd get in like a lot of trouble because I'm not in an academy or anything like that.
Yeah, it varies, but I know up here in New York State, they just passed that student athletes could start profiting, even in high school. Um,
Yeah,
but they couldn't put like the school name on it, but they could do other things. Not that there's
yeah,
too many athletes up here that I know of that could do that, but I mean, they at least allowed people to start doing it, and it's crazy. I mean, you've probably seen over the years some of these youth accounts. I don't know. Have you ever followed that Joey Baseball 12?
yeah. I've seen that kid. And
Yeah,
there's a lot. There's a new kid in the bullpen training. He's out of like Bradenton, Florida, where
yeah,
he gets sent a whole bunch of stuff and like
yeah.
pretty
So
cool.
I actually met Joey, and they don't post as much anymore. He's a little bit older, and his dad was posting a lot. It was more youth stuff, but I was able to meet him and his dad at Cooperstown a couple years back, and that was pretty cool. I went down to one of the complexes, All Star Village, and met them, and that was pretty cool. But it's crazy how big the following, they built up. They were able to build up, and his dad just sat down and talked with me about all the messages and stuff. And you get a lot of positive and negative, people saying, you know, but I think they handled it pretty well, and they don't post as much anymore. I think, as you get older, just being a kid, you're focused on other things, and the parents, it's like
Yeah,
a full time job for the parents. So,
yeah, it is.
but did you pull out? Did you for question seven? I asked you to pick out maybe an item or two. Did you pull out any item that you wanted to share or show?
I have it on my phone. I'm not home right now because we got backed up with a lot of things today. But I have to let me pull up the picture of this shirt. This is probably what and I wear these shirts every week. I'm not gonna lie, I wear them every week.
Oh, the ones that I just made for you.
Yeah, the blue one. I wear the blue one a lot in the where you can't really see me. Turn my brightness down. The blue one I wear a lot. I wear the black one a lot too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see you. A few pictures and you training in them now. It looks like you do some pretty like intense training. Like, how did you get involved? Like doing stuff like on the beach and sand and stuff like that.
well, I've always trained on the beach, but then I have turf toe right now. I've had it for like a couple months. So like I can't really train as much on the on the hardwood, like on the grass or anything, because then my foot starts hurting. So then me and my dad was like, you know what, let's go to the beach and start training. And then from there, like we wouldn't have time, so we just did it really early in the morning, not get out the way, and then it just picked up from there.
Now, do you play on a lot of fields that are grass, or do you play on more turf, like turf, grass turf, or
We play more grass in Florida.
yeah? Do you now? Um, did the fields hold up pretty well? Like, I know you probably get rain almost every day, but do you usually
Yeah,
most of your games in?
yeah, we get a lot of games in. We've had one game canceled because of rain, but that day was just, really bad. There was a lot of rain, but
I know.
usually we
Well,
usually have good good I say drainage system on the fields.
yeah,
So it just play right
I know
through it.
more and more schools up here. I know a lot of colleges, especially, but some high schools are starting to get the field turf because our weather is just we get a lot of some snow like early spring and then it's just rain, sometimes rain. So the field turf, I mean, it's easier. You don't have to mow it. So you're seeing more schools doing that. It's expensive, but I think the price has gone down. So a lot of my former college, they just got a full turf field, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, who do you look up to as a player?
Uh, as a player, like you're talking about like older guys, like
I mean,
major
it
leaguers
could
and
be
stuff.
anyone. It could be a teammate. It could be anybody, or like someone in college or pro.
Probably, I look up to like uh probably Robinson Cano a lot. Um, my boy named Irv Carter, you know Irv Carter, you probably heard of him before. He got drafted this last year to the Blue Jays. And he's really helped me because like we've always played together. We played together at the same high school. And then like he's always like basically like held me under his arm and like showed me like the steps of like where he's gone and what he's done. So like just looking at what he's done has just like really helped me to become
Yeah.
a
So is
player.
he is he with the Blue Jays? He's with the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
And did he get drafted right? It was he a senior last year or a junior or
yeah. Senior last year.
okay. Yeah, I remember following him a little bit. But yeah, yeah. Is has he started any spring training or whatever right now?
Yeah, he's played in a lot of inter squads, a lot of games. He's been pitching really good. He's been really good.
Has he faced Vladdy yet?
No, not yet. He told me he wants to K Vladdy, so let's see.
It's crazy. I remember because I mean I kind of grew up watching his dad, um, and Vladdy's dad, and I mean that guy would swing at anything, and you'd be like, he'd be swinging at balls at his head or like at the ground, and he hit a home run. And you're like, what is this?
Yeah,
But
crazy.
to see his son now, um, you know he he should be a great young player for and the future of the league. I think and the Blue Jays have some great prospects. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but I guess what are your plans and goals for I guess this year and in the summer?
I have a lot of how do you say it's like a lot of events this summer. So like I have like East Coast Pro and Area Code and PDP and stuff like that. And it's more of like my goal is to like show what I can do. Because like last year in Area Code, I won the MVP there, but like they don't want to see. They're not worried about what happened last year. They're worried about your continuous like your growth in the game.
Hmm.
See what you can do over the years. So it's more like just to show that I'm like that I can hold my ground and show what I can do.
Yeah. Um, Now, is area code, is that out in California or do they have one in Florida?
The tryouts, so the tryouts like for say my team's the Nationals. We it's the East Coast, so it's like a lot of states, just a lot of states around here, and then they pick the best 26 from the states they go to,
Okay.
and then I did my showcase last year was I had to do it in Vanderbilt, so I
Okay.
had to we're already in Alabama for a tournament, and then we drove from Alabama to Tennessee, did the showcase, and then drove right back home.
Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a little bit older than you. Jose Gutierrez
Yeah, yeah,
from Texas. So I've done
hmm
some stuff, and I met him and his dad probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Uh, they came to Fenway Park, and he played in
hmm
some. It was like a upcoming either college prospects, like juniors type deal. A lot of kids were already signed with a school, or at least for a year or two. Are you do?
yeah.
Do you know what that is? Like, are you doing anything like that? It was like a Red Sox Yankees game or something. They played at Fenway and then at Yankee Stadium. Have you heard of that?
I've heard about it, and I don't know how that works, but maybe because that would be next year for me. Well, this summer basically
Yeah.
is what
I don't
pretty
know. I
much.
mean, maybe it was just something where they got reached out to, but it was kind of cool to go to Fenway and watch them play. And I didn't even realize this at the time, but a couple guys who just got drafted, uh, Jack Leiter was there. I didn't even realize. I didn't even know who they were. I mean, I didn't
Yeah,
see Al Leiter, who's Jack's dad. I didn't see him. I wasn't really looking around because there wasn't a lot of people in there. You kind of had to like be family or know somebody to get in. And then whoever the catcher was that just got drafted to the Pirates, I'm blanking on his name from like Louisville.
yeah.
Uh,
I know he's. I remember his
yeah,
name, but I know he's like. Yeah,
he was like the number one or two prospects, and he was there. I mean, I didn't even. I look at this list I have, and it was just crazy. The people that
yeah,
were
that's
there,
great.
and you know, where they're, I guess, either drafted or where they're at doing. Everyone's doing some cool things in college or whatnot. Um, and then the last question I have for you is, what are some of your dreams and goals as you get a little bit older, maybe like in the next 3 4 5 years and beyond that?
So obviously everyone's goal is to make it to the bigs, obviously, but my goal would be to stay there and really like push towards what I want to be, and like what I want to be is like a is one of those players that gets those really big contracts, really large like you see all those players with all those those $200 million contracts and all that stuff, and you see how Altuve, Altuve's small like I am. I'm not that. I think I'm taller than him, but see like how he is, and like how just how like how the game has changed. So
Yeah.
I want to get up there and show what I can do and stay out there for a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just uh, I think in any sport, but it's cool to see in like baseball, some of these guys like Altuve, who's a little bit smaller, but I mean that guy can hit the ball better than anybody.
Yeah.
And it's cool to. I think that's inspirational for everybody, because you don't have to be as big as Aaron Judge to be able to make it all the way. Um,
Mhm.
but you also don't always see all the behind the scenes. You're working really hard, and that's really what it takes, is the dedication, and you got to put in the time. And I think it's just in life in general. a good way to go about life. You know, put in the time, work hard, and you'll see success.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to ask you too. How's your younger brother doing?
He's doing good. He actually just played a game today.
Yeah, I saw. He's catching now.
Yeah, he's catching, plays third. He pitches. He's doing good. He's hitting the ball pretty good.
What grade is he in now?
I think he's in fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
I think
Yeah,
fourth, fifth.
yeah, it's crazy. Time flies. I actually did a live interview yesterday with a couple kids out in California, and they're in like third grade, and they play football, but they're really good. Um,
Yeah.
and but they're tiny, and they. I was talking with a couple of the parents, and they said they were really nervous on the interview, but they were excited to do it. So
Yeah, it's always good to do. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's cool for me, um, just to be able to meet and talk with people, and just kind of share your story and um, be a little bit more than just social media and just a guy who makes t-shirts type thing. And I like talking
Yeah.
and interviewing. So, but the last thing is I got one of your cards that we made here that you signed and sent to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this card away. So the first person to send me a message asking for this card, I'm going to send it to them. Which I
You're the
appreciate.
first.
So have you given away some cards, or what have you done with these?
All of them are gone.
Yeah. Did you just
All
give
of them.
them away, or people asking for you, or what you doing?
People actually asking for them. People actually asking for them. Even the dean of students at my school asked me for a card, asked me to sign.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just started thinking about. I kind of got back into trading cards a little bit with quarantine and all that, and it brings me back to my childhood. And I just
Yeah.
I just thought, you know what, it's kind of cool. It's something unique to offer, and I've actually done a handful of different cards for different people from all over the country, and it's cool. I think for the younger kids, it makes them feel big, pro, and hopefully maybe they can sign a few and maybe raise a little bit of money to help with their traveling and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, man, thanks again for doing this. Do you have anything else that you want to say, or any questions for me?
All I gotta say is there's big things coming soon with me and a lot of people around me. So you gotta stay tuned for the things that are coming up. And I want to know because actually my athletic director and like a lot of people in my school want to know how they can get a shirt because they see me wearing them to school and they want to get shirts.
So if you want to purchase something, we could talk about it. But for the most part, people can reach out to me via DM or through my website, which is kicksclothing.com. And, if they have other like questions, we could kind of chat about that. If it's something like with your logo or something like that, we can talk about that. But for the most part, if people want to get something, they can throw me a DM, and I'm on Instagram and on my laptop and Facebook and email and everything all day. So
Yeah,
I usually respond pretty quickly.
cool.
All right. So anything else, or are you pretty good?
I'm pretty good.
Are you staying cool down in Florida, or was it a warm day today?
No, I was actually pretty. It was like 60s, 64.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
I wish I could show you. It's dark out now, but yeah, we got snow all day. It was crazy because yeah, like you said, the weather's been bipolar up here in the last month. We've had days where it's been 20, and we've had days where it's been 60 to 70. So, but yeah, I think by Thursday it's supposed to warm up around here, which is nice, and hopefully we're getting into April, so we can get some
Yeah.
nicer weather. But yeah, my parents are down in Florida right now. They're
Oh,
retired, so they kind of go down for a few months and just enjoy the weather. So
Oh, okay, that's nice.
All right. Well, thanks again for doing this, and keep working hard, and we'll continue to chat. And yeah, just everyone who's tuning in right now, make sure to follow Ariel and his journey on Instagram. And yeah, yeah, I'm excited to see the future for you.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, man. Well, thanks again, and have a good rest of the week, and we'll keep in touch.
All right, man. Sounds good. Take care.
All right, we'll see you.
All right.
All right, bye. All right, guys, that's the end of this live. If you have any questions or anything, you can let me know. But thanks for tuning in, and yeah, that's it. So, peace.